Who doesn't love an old creepy ghost story? Even the Wind is Afraid from 1968 is one of the best ghost movies around. It's one of Mexico's best horror films, as well as one of its least well known. Even the Wind is Afraid is a classic tale that was well ahead of its time in many regards. It's about time the horror community gives its due diligence and gives Even the Wind is Afraid the respect it deserves. Welcome to the HellBound Horror Show. Even the Wind is Afraid is a fantastic title and an even better film. Now, if you're sitting there wondering what this movie's kind of about, it has a similar vibe to a French horror classic, Les Diaboliques. The film starts with a girl waking up from a nightmare. We see feet hanging in the foreground as the lightning strikes. We see the shadows of a hanged girl on the wall. It's a creepy opening and it's effective at setting up a tense atmosphere. Claudia is the girl who had the nightmare, and she tends to have this dream a lot. She's a student at an all-girls boarding school. The headmistress at the school is a real jerk, and all the students hate her. While on their way to class, the girls see that the tower is unlocked. This is strange, as this is an off-limit location, and it's always kept locked. The girls decide to go inside and check it out. Once inside, Claudia realizes that she has dreamt of this place. She tells the girls that the stairs will creak, and at the top of the steps, there will be a red door with a metal bar over it. The girls, of course, don't believe her, but when they walk up the steps, they find that she was telling the truth. Just as the girls get to the door, the headmistress finds them. The headmistress is furious and she punishes all the girls. You see, tomorrow starts holiday vacation, but none of the girls will be allowed to go home for the holidays. Instead, they must stay on campus and continue to go to classes. The girls are mad and they complain about the headmistress. Lucia, the headmistress's assistant, is really good friends with the girls and she tries to fight for them, but she has no power. The headmistress is way too controlling. We meet our cast of characters and everyone is extremely well developed. These are deep, three-dimensional characters and the all-girl cast is very strong. They are likable and they all have redeeming qualities. While they're stuck at school, weird things begin to happen. They see the ghost girl at the top of the tower. One night, while sneaking out to retrieve a contraband photo, they find the photo of the ghost girl. Her name is Andrea. Another night, while the headmistress is out, they play forbidden music on the piano and do a striptease, and then this happens. Everyone sees the ghost girl with the long flowing hair. When they bring it up to Lucia, she grows nervous. The long hair, hanged in the tower. Her name, Andrea, it all points to a dark past of the school. 5 years ago, Andrea was a student, a good student, one of the best, but her mother was ill and her father was out of the picture. During a holiday, the headmistress made Andrea stay at school instead of going home to see her sick mother. Her mother died during that holiday and Andrea was so broken up about it that she cried all day, then went to the tower at night and hung herself. Now her ghost haunts Claudia at night when the wind howls. What does the ghost of Andrea want, and what does it have to do with Claudia? It's a tense story full of atmosphere. There isn't a lot of jump scares and there's zero blood. There's not really any TNA, at least by today's standards. It's a slow but haunting story full of deep, well-written characters. The cinematography is nothing to write home about, but there is some really effective use of shadow. Even the Wind is Afraid was directed by Carlos Enrique Taboada, who was an underappreciated pioneer of Mexican horror. The film is rated well on IMDb with a 7.3, which is very well deserving. Apparently there was a remake in 2007 that has less than stellar reviews. Even the Wind is Afraid was released on Blu-ray by VCI Entertainment, and it's a fine release. It's bare bones in the way of special features though. The picture quality is fine, but it's no 4K or even 2K scan. It gets the job done. The audio is a mess though.
Fue solo un ataque de nervios provocado por esa horrible pesadilla.
¿Y eso es todo lo que hay que dar?
Sí, es un sedante. Aunque todo lo que su alumna necesita es descanso.
They only had one surviving source for audio, and it's a bit rough. They did some work to restore it, and it's serviceable, but not great. I also wanted to make a quick note that the Blu-ray is supposed to be region-free, but I have heard issues regarding that. Also, the disc wouldn't play on my PlayStation 4 for some reason. I've never had a problem with any disc on my PS4 before, so I don't know. The disc did work on my region-free Blu-ray player though. I wanted to throw that out there in case anyone's looking to pick up the film. Even the Wind is Afraid is a great mix of Les Diaboliques and The Changeling. It's a great film and totally worth your time. Definitely check out this classic Mexican ghost story. And that's all I have for tonight, so as always, thank you so much for watching, stay healthy, stay safe, and take care everyone. I'm done! Going to bed. Oh, I've been filming for so long. Good night.